go on over to Instagram, check out the video I put up yesterday. It was the first time I think I've ever had to do this, but it's usually a percentage of about 10% of people when you post something that go, hey, this is not correct. And yesterday was a whopping 75%. This is dangerous, which was mind-blowing. And me and Doc talked about this earlier because of the fact of all you're technically doing is putting your knees together and moving a slight movement. So, but the society, because you went like this, freaked out, which is weird because I think I've done this a million times playing any sport in the world, and it's like they freaked out. They're like, oh, you can't do. So that being said, I'm Irish, and so I'm gonna freaking push it now. I'm gonna try to absolutely troll you guys. Today we put up another video, putting the foot up, but then I'm gonna use you.
Okay.
Come here for a sec. I'm gonna use him. And the reason why is because he's a world-renowned chiropractor, Guinness World Record holder, chiropractor. Let me go back to that. Chiropractor. So bone structure and stacking and all these things are so key and important to us.
Correct.
But you deadlift, which is,
yes,
they're gonna say is the worst exercise in the entire world of being alive. You're setting yourself up to fail. Why is that not true?
Well, they're saying it's the worst because they've all hurt themselves doing it. Incorrectly. Or aggressively. Or they let their ego and their weight.
You're confusing me. You're confusing me now because you said you can only hurt yourself deadlifting. You can't hurt yourself walking on a sidewalk and twist your ankle. It doesn't happen.
Sure. No, never.
It only happens when you deadlift.
Yeah, correct.
It's weird.
Or sitting on your couch slumping for 6 hours on your laptop.
Really?
Like this.
Oh, come on.
And then walking over to the deadlift bar and then trying to yank it up when you have this frame that's curled over.
Why are you talking about me?
I didn't
That's
even,
weird.
Why are you talking about
Or
me?
you're on your phone like this for 6 hours.
So basically, they're, in this sense, so ignorant that they think that a deadlift, something that strengthens the whole body,
It's like
is not good for you, but what they're doing is good for them, even though they are deteriorating and falling apart
like
and
looking at your
aching about
phone
it.
is way better for you than doing deadlifts.
Like this, right?
Yeah, for sure. They actually did studies that people whose necks are stuck like this, it causes 18% more pressure on the lower back because it's pulling on the spinal cord.
Well, let's keep going on this toxic mentality that we have today. Let's jump over to hyperextensions here. And the reason why I want you to do this is because of the fact that we continuously look for weaknesses, for imbalances, where they look only to build muscle or drop body fat.
Right.
We're focused more on the lining of the bones, make sure everything's in place, the strength of the bones, the function of the body. So we found something.
Yes.
So for you 10% out there that want to get better, try this today. So,
all right,
Jeffrey, jump around the backside. This is basic hyperextensions. Just give me 5 there.
Okay.
Now again, it's not a swing. He's pulling up with the lower back. And we're gonna do this before we deadlift today. Now, you probably won't feel anything here. Or you won't go, okay, this is hypers, I've done it a million times. Now, let's switch this up. Pull out one leg.
Okay.
Let's go that side first. I like what you're thinking. How does this feel?
Great.
Firing the same?
Feel that glute.
That was my hand. on your
Okay.
glute. Yeah, just close.
Left paraspinal right there.
Nothing too crazy.
Everything feels good. Yeah,
All
good
right.
contraction in the hammy, glute.
Switch up. Don't change
Okay.
angles on the camera for a second. And go.
Feels way off.
Feels way off. And if
I
you
can
could see
feel-
the camera, he pulled to the side here.
Man, I could feel my left hip jamming into the front because my pelvis is.
Wait a minute.
turning
You're
this
doing
way.
the same exercise, you just got one leg out. How could this be? How could you find an imbalance on one leg?
Something off.
So the first thing you said to me earlier was, I'm gonna go do an x-ray, find out what's going on. We're gonna stay with this, we're gonna fix this. The point of any of this, after you get past the ego of wanting to look good and stuff, muscle will come and go. The reason we're still here and kicking ass is because our foundation of what we're trying to do is more important than the visual.
Totally. Got to get it right in the beginning. Because 2 weeks ago when we went heavy, my right glute was just sore down my leg for almost 2 weeks. I'm like, something was off somewhere. And that just solidified it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do an x-ray where I bend. And we're going to see.
Why is that important?
Well, that's more, it's a functional x-ray. It's a motion
But
study.
not
so
the
to see how
x-ray.
things move.
But why do you care about fixing this minute hole?
It's like the foundation of a house. You build that thing crooked and just, yeah, you can get to a certain level, but you can't build a skyscraper off a crooked foundation.
And
You
in
might be
time-
able to build a one-story house, but
They don't
it's just
grasp
gonna-
that. They don't
it's just gonna-
grasp this at 16 years old.
oh man,
By 25,
it's done.
you got back problems.
For sure. I see it. I have 5-year-olds with back problems already because they're looking at their phones like this.
5-year-old.
And they don't
5-year-olds.
And I x-ray them at 5. Any 5-year-old comes in, gets x-rayed. And I haven't seen a normal x-ray in 3 years on a 5-year-old.
So,
They're all forward.
I guess the point here is this. You can take the information we're giving you, or you can be like that 75% yesterday that are completely, what was your terminology?
I forgot, but
He's playing safe zone.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
The point is that minute problem in time, before you even know it, is going to be a huge problem that you can't fix. Because if you think that you can get to 40 and 50 and go, oh, I'm just going to fix my bone structure now.
Yeah,
I'll wait until I'm 50.
right.
Oh my
I'll be
gosh.
49 Friday.
But them out there that don't exercise consistently, don't eat right consistently, it's hard to change that stuff. Start earlier, man. Start earlier.
Totally.
And yeah, it's get away from the Doc's being so nice today. I love him. Man, I wish I filmed earlier because Doc was so politically correct. And so it's just,
You start early or start now. Even if you are 50.
what's the term? Either,
Best
the
time
health-
to plant the tree was
Better
20
late
years
than
ago.
never.
but it's also the
Best time
either
now.
be healthy today or pay for your health later.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yes.
It's
100%.
this is a huge change.
Yeah.
This is just a factual kind of YouTube video today, but it's also just clarifying, where is your mindset? Is your mindset wanting to get better completely, or is your mindset just a visual thing and it's, I just want to build muscle and get strong?
Yeah.
Because that's short-lived.
Yeah. Because mine's not to build muscle. Mine's just to work. I want my body to just work. Awesome.
Function.
You know, I want to be able to play with my kids. You know, I did a 5K last year through the trail with my daughter's class, 5th graders. There was 7 of their friends running this 5K. I'm like, let's do this 5K through the mountains. I was the only dad that did it. None of the other dads could do a freaking 3 miles through the
run,
mountain. Like up hills, yeah, it was like an obstacle course, carrying tires and stuff. But
It goes back to the whole
dude, I
term.
was 48. I was the only one
People
that could do
say
it. It's crazy.
longevity.
Yeah.
I want to live to 100. No, I just want to be functional as long as I can.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're being functional, going out and playing with the kids.
Yep.
Where these guys are
100%.
on
Surf,
Instagram.
do all that
Mike,
stuff.
I hate you. Yeah, I look like shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Eating their burgers.